Hello and welcome back to another video, and I'm on camera. Sorry. Now, I'm trying a new webcam thing, OBSBOT, tiny something or other. It does 1080p as opposed to 4K, but yeah, I'm it's very sort of rough and ready what I'm doing at the moment. I've just tried to sort of cobble together what will hopefully look not completely terrible. Excuse the camera angle, the way things are. What I wanted to try and do was, I looked up a way you can apparently set like a green screen background without setting up a green screen. Not quite sure how well it would work, but on the guy I saw set it up online on the video, he had like there's an option in the thing to set a green background color of green, and then use the chroma key thing to, you know what I mean. And then mine didn't come up with a background colour. So God knows what's going on there. But I'm just trying to get a quick video out there just to see whether it's just going to work. But so I thought I'd try and tie it in with a quick review of Netflix's new game show thingy-majig, basically like the Traitors, called $1 Million Secret. Now, $1 Million Secret is a new Netflix reality show where the prize is $1 million. Not sure how you then convert that into pounds. I suppose I'll let the bank do that. That's what they're there for, isn't it? But one of them will be given it. If you win it, well, if you have it, you can win it. As long as you keep it a secret. Because that's the thing. $1 Million Secrets. It's not $1 million blabbermouth. It's hosted by Peter Serafinowicz, best known to some as a sommelier in John Wick Chapter 2. Well, best known to me as Pete in Shaun of the Dead, and also he was in Look Around You on BBC Two, alongside Robert Popper. They both sort of played scientists in that, and also they both co-wrote it, and that's what co-writing is. It's when two people do something. And Robert Popper is probably best known more recently for Friday Night Dinner. But back to this, you got 12 contestants altogether, and it's not an equal split between the men and women. Because you've got like 7 women and 5 men. A few of them do look rather annoying. Not sure whether it's because of an overabundance of tattoos in some cases, or there's one guy who's just, good job it's not a woman who's got it, but one guy who's just got a goatee. And there's a woman called Sydney who can't even spell her own name. Sydnee. That's not how you spell Sydney. But one of them will become a millionaire. It's just, I say it'd be completely random, probably like Deal or No Deal. The banker is the only person who knows who is a millionaire. Obviously, host Peter Serafinowicz, he's going to know, because you do see him talking to that person. And he knows that they're the millionaire. You'll see anyway. The idea is, the whole point is that at first, none of them, the 12 people, know who the millionaire is going to be. And then only obviously by that point only one of them will know, because they each go into their bedroom and they get to open up a box, and there's either £1 million in there, or $1 million rather, or there's not. And if you become the millionaire, you've got to obviously keep it a secret. The others have to work out who has the money, while the millionaire will only get to keep it, as I say, if they keep it a secret. So it's a Traitors all over again. But then it all depends on whether you have a good poker face. I mean, I once had a girlfriend who often said, I can never tell what you're thinking. But, it's not difficult. For me, it's either food, video games, or the first 10 seasons of The Simpsons. They're just on a loop in my head. But whoever is the millionaire, they are now the prey. And thankfully not the prey as in that bloody awful Predator film that came out 2 or 3 years ago. They'll be given extra tasks, such as a secret agenda, such as one of them is given a task of hugging everyone in the group. That's not suspicious at all, is it? If they achieve it, though, they'll get 2 extra votes when it comes to the elimination round. But everyone's been told, all 12 of them, you can't just tell 11 of them, because what I'm about to tell you next. Otherwise, this would look odd. But they're all told to look out for odd behaviour. But say if only 11 was, then that would be rather odd. because they're all going to be told. That is odd. The whole thing's odd, quite frankly. When it comes to activities you have to take part in, the details which I'll leave for you to discover in the program itself. Whoever wins an activity will get information about the billionaire, as they get access to the trophy room. Those who qualify to enter the trophy room will each say the name of the person they think is the millionaire. Although, I was thinking, if the millionaire was one of those people who then go into the trophy room, they'll just be trying to say to any old name they can think of, just to throw everyone off the scent. Just depends on whether they have that poker face. At this point, I could play some Poker Face by Lady Gaga, but then it would get copyright claimed, and you know how her song goes. After they all say the names, Peter Serafinowicz will then Serafinowicz. He then states whether the money is in one of those. So if you got X number of people saying, it depends how many different names they say. If they guess X number of names, if X number of people guess Y number of names, he'll then say it's in one of those. Doesn't really narrow it down, does it? So, yeah. Then the thing is, if they all said, is it John Smith's name? There's nobody called John Smith, by the way. If they all said it's John Smith, and then it turned out to be John Smith, and he then said, yeah, it's in one of those, then the game would be up rather quickly, and it's got to last 8 episodes. Then each day at the elimination dinner, everyone gets to vote who they think it is, and whoever gets the most votes is out, regardless of whether they're the millionaire or not. So that's kind of weakest link. Whoever is the weakest link, you're the weakest link, goodbye, even when they're not the weakest link. However, I can exclusively reveal that the millionaire, the one who's keeping it a secret, is... Oh, look, they've got an infinity pool. Oh, that is nice, yeah. I want one of them. So what was I talking about? That doesn't matter. Anyway, well, I'm not sure I'll watch all of this until the end. Fans of the Traitors will love it and probably like that program. Although it hasn't happened yet, it probably will. This is going to run for about 30 years. It's that kind of thing that will run for 30 years. What I will say, though, is unlike most Netflix shows, you don't get all the episodes in one go. So it's 8 episodes in total. You get 3 on the first day, another 3 the following Wednesday, which is April the 2nd, and then the final 2 on Wednesday, April the 9th. I've not seen all the episodes. Oh, have I? Ha 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 ha! I can see why I didn't become a comedian. Anyway, the millionaire is certainly not me, which is a shame. But, so, anyway, this is mainly a bit of a test just to see whether this thing actually works. I'd say sort of the picture will be a bit zoomed in oddly because I've just set it up, just trying not to get too much crap in the background. I could zoom it all the way out, but then you'll just get a load of crap in the background. And what I want to try and do, as I say, just try and get the background thing sorted out so it sort of removes the background. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts about whether the review's any good, whether... The review's great. We know the review's great. That's fantastic. But what do you think about the video? Whether I'm doing a good job taking the good video, or, I say, forget the camera angle, it's just as it is. It's just a bit of a test. And, of course, because I've got this boom mic thing... Blue Yeti, what's it? It's just, that's right in my bloody face. But it's got to be because microphones have to be close to your mouth. That's how they work. Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications. I don't do Genesis anymore. We'll say Q Genesis and we'll just bring a picture of them up anyway. Hang on.